here at the NFL owners meeting in San Francisco with the NFL Nation's Patriots reporter Mike Reiss. Mike, Deflategate was at least brought up to Roger Goodell. The first thing, of course, is the importance of the reaction of what you thought you saw coming from Goodell, talking about the appeal being dropped by the Patriots and Robert Kraft on Monday.
So, John, one of the first things we talked about when Kraft sort of stood down, if you will, was maybe there was some sort of concession there from the league side to say, oh, the Patriots are cooperating. Maybe now we'll sort of reduce that suspension for Tom Brady. Maybe we'll be a little more lenient. Well, we learned a little bit more about that part of the process because Roger Goodell said point blank, no, it's not a factor in this. So, two independent things separate from each other. He said Robert Kraft made that decision on his own.
Now, the other part's now coming up is that the rhetoric is over for the Kraft and Patriots part, but the Tom Brady part comes in. And I guess maybe there's a little bit of a door that might be open for reducing what is a 4-game suspension.
Yes, that's a good point, John. So a couple things from Goodell. He was asked point blank, will you step aside as the arbitrator, as the NFL Players Association has asked you to do? And he sort of sidestepped that question, saying, well, I'm not really familiar with all that stuff. Hey, that's been out there for, 5-6 days now? So he sidestepped that one, but I think the point he made is when he was asked, what could Tom Brady do, to possibly get a second chance? He said the reason they have this process is so if there's any new information, anything that comes up, maybe any better cooperation the second time around, he would consider potentially reducing the suspension because, in his words, the idea is to try to get it right.
What else did you get from the meetings and Deflategate?
Well, I know, John, from a Patriots perspective, I think one thing that really bothered them about this whole process was the way the investigation was handled. A couple things. One, some of the leaks that they felt from the NFL. You remember Robert Kraft at the Super Bowl. He was really upset about that. Roger Goodell was asked specifically about one of them that the NFL never corrected, and he sort of said, look, I asked Ted Wells to look into that and anything that we did wrong to put in the report, and he felt like Wells did that. Now, that's where I sort of counter a little bit from Roger Goodell, because I didn't see much in the Wells report about that, but so he sort of deflected on that front. I think the answers the Patriots would have liked to have heard were, we do take some responsibility. We do have some accountability here for a process that sort of went on for longer than maybe it should have. Patriots don't get that from Roger Goodell. I think they'll be a little bit disappointed about that aspect of his news conference.
Mike, thank you. For more on the Patriots and Mike Reiss, read the NFL Nation on ESPN.com.